Hi, welcome back to my channel. Lucia here, personal trainer, talking about all things health to do with you, your baby, your pregnancy, your kids, the whole enchilada, and to share my healthy pregnancy motherhood journey with you via my vlogs. So today what I'm going to talk about are the do's and don'ts if you are weight training while you are pregnant. Now, first things first, exercise is 100% recommended by doctors when pregnant, unless of course you have an underlying health issue, which would mean it was a contraindication for you, which is basically the term we use when we say you shouldn't be doing something. So if you are healthy and well and you have no complications with your pregnancy, then exercise is definitely going to be recommended to you. I train women only in the gym. I do strength training for women, and the age group varies. My youngest client is 21 and my oldest is 60 plus. So you can imagine in between there, I come across my fair share of women who are training with me and end up getting pregnant. I have trained them all through their pregnancy, and I have trained myself all through my pregnancy. I was squatting weights right up until my due date with my first baby, and all being well, I intend to do the same with this one. I'm now 14 weeks, and after a rough first trimester, just really getting back into it. So I'm taking it really slowly at the moment and just working my way up. But because it's something I've done before and my body knows that this is something it can do, then it's safe for me to do that. Now, depending on your exercise history, you might be just getting into exercise because you're pregnant or because you were trying to get pregnant, or you may be a seasoned trainer who is in the gym every week. Now, if you are new to exercise, then that's exactly what you're going to do. You're going to exercise in a gentle and safe way under the supervision of your doctor. If, however, you are a frequent gym goer and you like to lift weights, then you should definitely continue to do that. It's perfectly safe for you to do so. There are just some things you need to bear in mind. First and foremost, just touching on that first trimester, this is probably going to be the roughest part of your pregnancy. A whole barrage of symptoms are going to hit you. You're going to feel tired, lethargic, you're going to be suffering from fatigue and maybe morning sickness. If you do suffer from morning sickness, this is when it's going to hit you. So the advice here is continue as you were before you got pregnant. You know, lots of women don't find out they're pregnant until they're 2 months gone and they've just been living their life as normal. So why would you suddenly stop now that you know you're pregnant? Everything you were doing before, you're clearly capable of doing. The only caveat here is if you are tired, don't push yourself to go to the gym. If you really can't face a workout, if your body is just like, I feel terrible, don't do it. Give yourself a break. You're pregnant, you're making a new person and you're tired, that's fine. With my first child, I literally took the first 14 weeks off, and pretty much the same thing has happened with this second baby. Eli, I was just exhausted all the time. I was working full time in the gym and I really just couldn't face working out. And so I said to myself, even though at the time I felt guilty, do you know what, it's fine. I'm making a baby and it's all right. I'm just gonna have a little bit of time off. So I took 14 weeks off and I was still able to return to training and train for the rest of my pregnancy. So that's pretty much what's happening with this second one now. I'm 14 weeks and I've been training consistently for like a week and a half. So really it's exactly the same picture. I've given myself some time off, allowed myself to feel a bit and now I'm starting to feel better. I'm getting back into it again. So first trimester, give yourself a break. If you need to rest, just rest. Okay, so the second thing is always listen to your body, okay? Your body knows best. If there is any doubt in your mind or any discomfort at all, especially in your pelvis, your lower back, your abdomen, in your perineum, then just stop, just don't do it. Just say, do you know what, I don't need to do this. It's not like we're trying to hit any PRs right now. It's not like we're trying to really push ourselves to be the fittest we can be. We just want to stay healthy, strong and safe. So any doubt in your mind that something isn't quite right, stop. Any discomfort, stop. Number 3, always leave 2 reps in the tank. Okay, when you're normally training, you're going to push yourself to get that last rep. You're going to, yeah, I want this. I want to hit my numbers. I want to hit my targets. I want to get this PR. When you're pregnant, you're going to step away from the bar feeling like you could have done a little bit more. That is what you want. You don't want to be pushing yourself to the absolute limit, of course. It's logical. That would be dumb. Okay, what you want to do is step away and say, yeah, feel good. Could have done more. Perfect. Third one, leave 2 reps in the tank. Now, there aren't many things you can't do when you're pregnant, but there are a few. So let's look at those now. 1, lying down flat on your back after a certain amount of time. So they say after the first trimester you should be careful, but definitely after 16 weeks you shouldn't be lying on your back for prolonged periods of time, and that includes sleep as well. So you've probably been told you shouldn't sleep on your back. This is because there's a vein that runs between your heart and your lower body that the uterus starts to press on, and it can stop blood getting back from the bottom of your body up to your heart, and it's actually quite a dangerous condition if you do end up suffering with it. So you're not going to do any exercises that involve lying flat on your back. So I'm at 14 weeks now and I am still bench pressing, but I'm going to have to give that up pretty soon. And if I had an incline bench at home, that would be fine. I would switch to inclines, but I don't, so I'll have to swap that for something else. And you're not going to do too many abdominal exercises where you're lying on the floor, things like that. Also, anything that puts undue pressure on your tummy. Now, this is different from feeling like you're using your ab muscles. It's an actual pressure where you feel like you need to relieve it by pulling your stomach upwards. You don't want to do anything that causes that. You don't want to do anything that feels like it's forcing your perineum to push downwards. So the perineum is the little piece in between your front and back that gets torn in labour if you're unlucky. If you feel like you're pushing down through that, that's not a good thing, and it may mean that because of the changes in your body, the alignment isn't quite working for you, so you need to stop there. And anything that causes you to leak pee, okay, that's not normal. It's not something that you should accept as part of pregnancy. You should 100% be doing your Kegel exercises, but if you're doing an exercise and it's causing you to leak, then you should stop because it's putting too much pressure. And instead what you should be doing is working on strengthening your pelvic floor. Now, there is one thing that I see mentioned a lot, and this is lifting your arms over your head. Now, I've looked into this and I can't find any resource that says you shouldn't lift weights above your head, apart from an old wives' tale that said if you lift your arms above your head for any reason, not weight training, getting things out of a cupboard or just hanging out up there, it can cause the cord to wrap around the baby's neck. And this is completely untrue. Like, I've looked into the medical advice behind this and it is just that is not true. The baby's cord will get wrapped around the baby's neck in a fairly high percentage of cases anyway, and it's due to the baby wriggling around in the tummy. Your arms are in no way connected to your stomach or the placenta or the cord or the baby, so lifting weights above your head isn't a problem. I did overhead presses all the way through my first pregnancy and had absolutely no problem. So those are really the major don'ts. You'll know if something doesn't feel right and you should listen to your body at the time, and you'll know if something seems dangerous. You shouldn't be trying to hang on to things where you could fall or putting yourself in a precarious position where, you know, something might fall on you or you might fall off of it. But other than that, there isn't really much that you can't continue to do. Okay, so those are my do's and don'ts for weight training during pregnancy. Obviously, my number one thing is stay safe and listen to your body. Don't do anything that doesn't feel right. Other than that, continue to train safely for the health of you and your baby. Enjoy your pregnancy. And just know that everything you do now is going to help you snap back into shape if that's what you want to do when you've had the baby. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, talking about ways to stay safe and healthy during pregnancy. If you're also weight training during your pregnancy, leave me a comment below. I would love to hear from you. It's always nice to connect with other women who are continuing to train while pregnant.